Hi, Larry Quay. I live in Slidell. I was in recent consultation with an attorney who's an expert in constitutional law. And she talked to me, and I asked her, and I told her about the issue of books being put on the shelf. And her view is that it's not putting these books back on the shelf to where they were before the complaint was filed is a violation of the First Amendment. And I also want to say it doesn't matter who the majority is. The First Amendment, according to this attorney, and the first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights, were put in the Constitution to protect the minority from the tyranny of the majority. The First Amendment is to guarantee the rights of people that are not in the majority to be able to access and acquire information and speak information. And she also explained to me that the First Amendment is not only freedom of speech, it's freedom of acquiring information, of obtaining information. And that's one of her rationales. And some of the prior speakers talked about how having to check, go to the desk and get books is hindering people being able to get information. And I also wanted to talk about a book, and I also hear about parental rights. What about the parents who want their kids to have access to this information? What about parents who are parents of transgender and LGBTQ kids? What about parents who believe in science, that science is real? As far as I'm concerned, I just read the book Sex is a Funny Word. And I thought about how I wish I had that when my daughters were younger. Because if I had been able to read that with them, they would understand what the signs of sexual abuse. And they'd understand more about what the parts of their body are and what the parts of men's and transgender and different bodies are. And they'd also understand that genetically, there's not always a clear line between male and female. And that's real science. I don't care, people can throw their religion and things into this, but I go with what real science says, and I'm sticking with it. Thank you.